What's up, Freedom fans? Welcome back inside another edition of the Freedom Focus. I'm Brodie, and standing alongside me today, a horse in the Freedom 5-man rotation, is the right-handed ace, Frank Valentino. Frank, terrific numbers this season, a 2-2 record. Don't get a ton of run support. Record could be a lot better, but the ERA at 1.68, third best in all the Frontier League. Teams are really pulling their teeth to try to find runs when you're on the hill. What has been your approach early here in 2019? It's obviously been a good one.
I appreciate it. I think, we put together a good game plan week in and week out. Just being really comfortable with my routine. Not trying to do too much. Just, letting the hitters in this league get themselves out. My ball's going to play. Just trusting what I'm trying to accomplish. Staying inside on the fastball and, staying ahead in counts.
For a lot of the Freedom pitchers, the object of going out there and having success doesn't really center around finding a bunch of strikeouts, more getting outs early in the count, pitching to contact, but you're somebody that kind of begs to differ. You're the strikeout leader on the Freedom rotation with 35 this season, had 2 starts where you totaled 9 strikeouts, your season high or your game high for this year. Coming off a start, you got 6 more. What has allowed you to find more swings and misses this season than maybe some of your teammates, and what about that as far as how you approach the game and trying to get more strikeouts?
Strikeouts have been a part of my game, but, it's not necessarily something I'm going to go out there and, basically game plan around. It's always great getting swing and misses. I think it just goes back to being aggressive with the fastball and, not really getting into a lull where I'm throwing curveballs in every hitter's count and pitcher's count. So keeping them off balance and just challenging them, really.
I like to ask this to a lot of the pitchers. How much does your game plan change going into each start based on the team that you're playing against? Are you somebody you're having a ton of success off the bat in 2019? Is it one of those things where maybe it doesn't really matter, nameless, faceless opponent, whoever comes in, they're going to see Frank the way you like to throw? Or do you kind of tailor your game plan, your strategy based on the opponent?
I think it's a little bit of both. You don't want to necessarily go into every week with a completely different game plan. There's definitely similarities between the teams and what they're trying to accomplish, obviously. So sticking to the game plan, and then, if there is a few guys in the lineup where there's specific things that you can key in on and don't throw this, and they're going to swing in early in the counts and things like that. They make it a lot easier, and definitely just bringing it back to the full circle. It's the game plan that we're trying to work on every week.
The Freedom pitching coach, Brian White's one of the very best in the business, and I know you kind of have an extensive background with Brian. Some of the Freedom fans don't know all the ins and outs of that, though. If you don't mind just kind of talking about your last couple of years away from the game, kind of working with Brian and getting you ready for this moment this season that you've seized from the beginning of the year.
He's seen me for a while. I've been working out down in Florida the past 2 off seasons, and he's seen me then. And, it's something where I've always had kind of the right mold, and it's just a matter of working on a few things here and there. And he's given me that confidence to throw my game, as well as implement the minor tweaks that we've been putting together. And, he's had my back, he's in my corner, and he lets me go out pitch my game. But when there's things that need to be fixed and adjusted, like this season, I've been throwing out of the stretch. Yeah. And it's the first time I've ever done that, obviously without runners on. So that's been something that's really helped me, hone in on my command.
No question about it. You've done a great job with that. It's your first year with the Freedom this year, but not your first year in professional baseball. Last year, you logged some reps in the Pacific Association with the Vallejo Admirals. If I might ask, what is the biggest difference you've seen from the Pacific Association to your first season here in the Frontier League in terms of the guys you're facing?
There's competitive bats in the Pacific Association, no doubt. Just ballpark's a little bit bigger, a little bit more pitcher-friendly. You're still going to get competitive at-bats in both leagues. But the guys here, I think it's just a little bit more about game plan. Coaches are working really hard throughout the week. Wins are everything, and that's just what we're out here trying to do is compete. And so I think the separator is the game plan. A lot of these guys are coming fresh out of affiliated baseball. So they get here and they're trying to work. They're trying to get back to where they belong. So
we've talked about some X's and O's, and now let's have one fun little question to wrap up this interview. What a performance! What a few great performances on the bus coming home from Washington. The rookie karaoke. It was you in the finals versus Alex McCune. You stayed true to your roots. Little Frank Sinatra. You are a New York guy. Talk to me a little bit about that. What were your nerves like compared to facing a team full of great hitters versus facing your own teammates and having to sing in front of them?
Well, I get a lot of courage from my mom. She loves to get on some karaoke, and then I get the voice from my pops. So, I get a little bit of both. And, you know, it's just having fun. We got a really great group of guys.
Yeah.
So a couple laughs, some good music. You know, I give credit to my dad who was a DJ for a while, so, you know, that music knowledge is there, and, you know, it's just all fun. You just got to have fun with it.
No doubt about it. We've had a lot of fun this season, a lot of success as well. This is the right-handed horse in the Freedom 5-man rotation, Frank Valentino, 2-2 this season, and the third best ERA in all of the Frontier League at 1.68. Congratulations on a great start to the season, Frank, and best of luck moving forward.
Appreciate it.
Stay tuned for more Florence Freedom baseball tonight. First pitch at 6:35. It's an East versus West battle of top teams in their respective division, Freedom and Boomers. First pitch 6:35. Listen live at FlorenceFreedom.com.